2026 World Cup. These games have been crazy, man. Hey, to start off, I do go for Barcelona. I know this is not Champions League or La Liga, this is the World Cup, but I gotta rep. Lamine Yamal still in. Let me just talk about these games because they've been very crazy. So the first game around the 16 was Canada versus Morocco last Sunday, I believe, last Saturday. Morocco destroyed them 3-0. Really should have been more. I think we all kind of expected that. Let me just run through these round of 16s. France beat Paraguay. I mean, we knew that was gonna happen, right? Only 1-0. That's a little shocking. Norway beat Brazil 2-1. That game was kind of boring up until Holland scoring. Holland is a dog, man. Holland he's gonna score against England, and we will be there to watch that. Next game, my Mexico lost versus England 3-2. Let me talk about that game a little bit. So Bellingham, we make a mistake, and Bellingham strikes first, scores first. Then literally like 90 seconds later, again, same mistake, same goal coming off the right side in the cross. Bellingham scores again. He scores a brace, 2 goals in 2 minutes. I think that second goal was the gut punch to us. We would have just stayed 1-0. We would have possibly been able to come back. But yeah, they scored those 2 goals. Then like 5 minutes later, Quinones claps back with the goal. 4 goals in one World Cup. He tied for the most in one World Cup for a Mexican. Overall, that was probably the best game of the tournament so far. Oh man, I'm still sad Mexico's out. I was so mad, so sad, upset because we did good. At least we went out on our shield. We didn't go out in a bad way. We went out fighting. Went out to one of the top teams, one of the top contenders of England. But yeah, that was, man, the last 40 minutes, England got a red card, and then we got the penalty. Raul Jimenez scores, and then we had 40 minutes to tie, and we couldn't do anything. We literally just kept centering, hitting in centers, horrible centers from Jesus Gallardo. Horrible. Gallardo is horrible. I don't want him in the national team ever again. We had so many chances to tie it. We just didn't. We didn't take them, and that's what we get. We lost fair and square. Very good match. And yeah, until next 4 years, but that was a very good game. England beats Mexico 3-2. Spain beats Portugal 1-0. A stoppage time winner. That game was kind of boring as well, but the goal got hectic. USA Belgium. Oh my gosh. As a Mexican American, this hurt me as well, but not like sadness. Like I was like, what am I watching by the USMNT? What are they doing? Belgium actually had beat them 5-2, like 2 or 3 months before the World Cup, and again they lost by a 3-goal deficit. On Monday, Belgium 4, USA 1. Horrible defense, horrible mistakes by the keeper on that 3rd goal. USA didn't deserve it. Christian Pulisic did not show up once again. Belgium 4, USA 1. Argentina, Egypt. Now this one was crazy. This one was crazy. So Egypt goes up 2-0 by the 78th minute. Argentina claps back with the goal in like the 80th. And once that first goal from Argentina hits, they just go for it. They throw all their marbles. And they're like, let's go for it. Second goal, boom, Messi. Messi ties the game with an absolute banger in the box. And then to win it, Enzo Fernandez with an incredible header in stoppage time. And Argentina makes the comeback after being down 2-0 in about, 13 minutes or so. It was crazy. That was, aside from the Mexico-England game, that has to be one of the craziest games the craziest game actually in this World Cup so far. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Messi is the GOAT. There was never a debate, and if you guys want to get into that debate, comment please, because Messi will forever be the GOAT. Man, he's something else. 39 years of age. 39, and he's still doing it on the big stage. was in shock yesterday. I couldn't believe what I was watching. But yeah, Messi, I believe he's the top goal scorer now with 8 goals, if I'm not mistaken. He's the most assister ever in the World Cup history. He actually beat Maradona's record yesterday, so that's kind of cool to see. And the last round of 16 game that was played yesterday was Switzerland versus Colombia, which actually went to penalties after ending 0-0 in regulation and extra time. Switzerland went through 4-3 on penalties. Actually, one of Switzerland's players palmed it over, and one of Colombia's players almost palmed it over, and it hit the top post, the crossbar. It was bad. That game was alright. Obviously, the penalties gets a little more amped up, but yeah, Switzerland beats Colombia 4-3 on penalties. Now, the next matchups, quarterfinals, which start tomorrow. Quarterfinals. Give me a second. Street sweeper. Sorry, guys. But the quarterfinals start tomorrow. The first matchup, a rematch of 2022's semifinals. France versus Morocco. Now, if you guys say you're not excited for this, then you're lying. This is an absolute banger of a match. France absolutely stacked. Morocco always becoming dark horses in these World Cups and big tournaments. I believe we're gonna see another football classic. And man, France is on a tear right now. They got players like the likes of Michael Olise, Bradley Barcola, Desiree Doué, Kylian Mbappe, Cherki, Dembele, the latest Ballon d'Or World Cup UCL champ, Ballon d'Or winner. Man, this team is stacked to the brim, like stacked. Even Thuram from Inter Milan, I don't even think he's touched the field yet, and he's an incredible striker as well. Same as the defense. Jules Koundé, Konate, Upamecano, Saliba, the keeper Mike Maignan. Man, this France team is something else. From Morocco, hey, watch out for Morocco. They're good as well. Brahim Diaz, that one forward, Ismail Saibari. Forgetting number 9, he's good as well. Every time he comes on the pitch, he basically scores. I believe his name is Buidani, number 6, bro, 18 years old, controlling the tempo the whole game. Incredible. Number 6 and number 8, they're very young, but they're very good as well. Very good. Can't forget about Bono. What's his name? Bono, the goalie. He plays in the Spanish league. You can't forget about him. He's an incredible keeper. I can't tell you how many times he saved the team. But yeah, this is gonna be a clash for the ages. This is gonna be an incredible game. I'm gonna have to edge towards France, just based off the team. Like I said, Olise, Mbappe, Doué, Dembele, they're just too stacked right now. Even their bench, so if it goes to extra time, I believe they have the advantage. I think Morocco has more heart and spirit, but France is just too good. Like, I don't know. France is just they're not gonna dog walk them. Not at all, for sure. I can see this easily being 0-0 going into extra time, 1-1. I don't see a high amount of goals. They're both very good, very tactical, but I'm gonna have to edge France off. I think this ends before penalties. So France before penalties. I'll say France 2-1. Next game, the day after, Spain versus Belgium. I think Spain is gonna do Belgium bad. Belgium hasn't looked very good. This is a washed Belgium, if you ask me. The USA had them on a platter. They had to walk through to the quarterfinals, and they couldn't execute. This Belgium tied to New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. Tied to Iran or I forgot who they tied to, but they tied twice in the group stage, and they finally got a win in the last one. They were losing to Senegal last round, 2-0 up until the 82nd minute, and if Senegal didn't just park the bus and defend, they would have been the ones to, they would have advanced, and not Belgium. I think Spain is a much better team. I think Belgium doesn't have a left back, to contain Lamine Yamal, As we know, he's an incredible dribbler. He's really fast, very techy, very technical, very creative. As well, Dani Olmo. A lot of people don't talk about his creativity, man. He's very creative in the midfield. Likes to do a lot of tricks. Very good. I don't think this Belgium team is. I don't know, man. If I'm not mistaken, Spain is yet to concede a goal, and they're just gonna be the better team overall. I don't think like Belgium, like the coach is literally benching Jeremy Doku and Lukaku. Like, what are we doing here? Lukaku's literally a demon still at his old age. If I'm not mistaken, he has 93 goals in like 130 games for Belgium. Some crazy stats like that. But even with him on the pitch and Jeremy Doku, I think Spain is just a way better team overall. And if there was someone to dog walk a team in the quarterfinal round, it's definitely Spain to Japan. Way better. I'm gonna go Spain 2-0 in this match. Now moving on to probably the best matchup aside from France and Morocco. Norway versus England in the quarterfinals. Norway, England, Norway, England, Norway, England. Holland on a tear right now. Norway on a tear right now. Man, this is gonna be an incredible game. To be honest, England hasn't looked so great. Their best performance actually against Mexico actually put up a fight unlike other opponents who just decided to defend the whole game, such as the Ghana, the Panama game. This is gonna be a game for the ages as well. I think, you know what? I actually got Norway on this one. I think their counterattacks are crazy with Odegaard in the middle, Antonio Nusa on the left, and Holland in the front. Even their right back, Ryerson, he's very good, very fast. I think he did have an injury, but I'm not mistaken. Their goalkeeper, incredible goalkeeper, saved them versus Brazil. I think they would have been out if it wasn't for that goalkeeper. I think Norway has more. I think they have more chemistry. Don't get me wrong. England is good as well, very good. Bellingham put on a class performance, and this is coming from a Mexican Barca fan. Bellingham put on an incredible performance, top. He was doing his bad. I'm not gonna lie, in that Mexico game, that was the best performance I've seen from Jude Bellingham, and I had to give him the respect he deserves as a Barca fan. Jude Bellingham, he played incredible versus Mexico. He's an absolute workhorse. He doesn't stop until he gets what he wants. He's a very hard worker, plays with spirit, plays with heart, exactly what you want from a player, and he's very young as well, so there's many more years to come, and I'm scared for Barca, I'm not gonna lie. But I just think Norway has more chemistry. They're better overall. Odegaard, like if you compare position to positions, I think Odegaard is better 10 or 8, whatever you want to call him, than England's 10. And if you compare strikers, it's close. Holland and Kane, I think Kane is the best striker as of now, just based off stats. But Holland scoring is inevitable. Literally, Holland scoring is inevitable. I think Norway has way better defense. England's defense isn't really strong, not at all. I think Mark Gay, he's like literally the only one. The other dude aside from him, I'm forgetting his name. I don't really rate him as high. Their fullbacks not as good. The one dude with like the broken jaw thing or whatever, I forgot his name as well. He plays in Tottenham. I think he's injured. He came in like in the 30 minutes left versus the Mexico game. Yeah, I just think Norway has better defense. They're a better team overall. Holland is on a tear right now, and England, they crumble in these big moments, big situations. You guys remember last World Cup 2022? Kane had a penalty to tie against France in the quarterfinals, and what does Kane do? He has Tottenham DNA. He bombs the ball over the crossbar and misses the penalty to tie in the 70th minute. It would have been 2-2, but in England ended up losing 2-1. So for that reason, I got Norway going through 2-1. This is gonna be an incredible match. actually likes to defend a lot. And as we've seen, England can't really break down teams that do that. So that's why I'm going Norway. I think their counterattacks are going to be too quick, it's going to be too much for England to handle. I'm going to go Norway to win 2-1 and make it to the semifinals. And for the last match, Argentina versus Switzerland. Argentina versus Switzerland. So the past 2 rounds, Argentina has been struggling against teams that they should have ran over. Cape Verde, 3-2, they took them to overtime. 3-2 against Egypt, they were down 2-0. If I'm not mistaken, that's the first time they were down in this World Cup. Almost took them to overtime or extra time. Man, I don't know though. Switzerland, they're good, but they're still very young. Like Vargas, Mbolo's a good striker. I'm forgetting number 9. He's very young, but he's good as well. I just think they're too young. I feel like they don't really have the tactics as per se. Like they just go with the flow, I guess. I think Argentina's just wants it more. I think Argentina's the better overall team. Messi's on a run like I hate. It sounds like a broken record just saying Messi this, Messi that, but he's doing this week in and week out at 39 years old. How can you not admire it? And as a Barca fan, it's crazy to see, like, man, he's been doing this since before I was born. It's crazy. I think Messi's gonna bag another goal. Switzerland's goalie is good as well, though, so let's not forget that. And Argentina has struggled. I think last game versus Cape Verde, I thought they were gonna learn their mistake against Egypt and just go for it off the rip. I think they actually learned the mistake this time against Egypt, and they're just gonna go for it off the rip against Switzerland. If I'm not mistaken, they played in the 2014 World Cup, round of 16, I think. I think they beat them like 1-0, but that Switzerland team was better. That Shaqiri, Shaq is still in there, but he's now old. I think Switzerland can put up a good fight, but I just think Argentina's gonna do it. Better team, better chemistry, they just want it more. Lionel Messi is going crazy right now. I can see an Argentina 3-1, 2-0 win. Very comfortable win, decisive win. And yeah, semifinals are gonna get very good. Let me know who you guys got going all the way. If you guys want to see more World Cup videos, more sports videos. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.